I don't know what's doing this guy, bro.
Reunited and it feels so good. Hey,
I'm not, bro.
we back again with an episode just like you thought we would. What's up, y'all? We back. This is the new year. We are back with another episode of the Grind Theory Podcast.
I rest my case. I have nothing to say, man. Today is not my day to roast Aquille. So
there's a change in plans, y'all. Changing plans. But before we even get started,
yes, sir.
we are gonna give thanks to the big man upstairs.
Yes, sir.
Because he just brought us through a whole entire year.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, it's not like a day thing. He brought us through the whole entire year.
Some crazy experiences.
To a whole new year. 2022.
Yes, sir.
Big year. I don't know what the thing is. Like, I know 2020 was like clear vision.
Yeah.
I don't know what 2020.
I think 2021 was the learning and growing, and then 2022 is going to be like application. That's my guess.
Application. So
application
2022 application year. You know what I'm saying? But so I just want to give thanks to the man upstairs for being with our guest, being with us, taking us to and from the podcast each time that we had a interview.
Yes, sir.
A recording.
Especially in this weather, bro.
Especially in this weather, in this cold weather right now.
Out here, man.
Not only for us, but for our guests. Some of our guests weren't coming just from Edmonton. Some of our guests were coming from Calgary, different places, and taking them here. There and back safely. Yeah. So we just want to say thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
And just thank you for all the opportunities that whether it be future opportunities or past opportunities that he opened up for us, you know? Yeah. So just thankful for that. That's a big thing that we really want to make sure that we, say.
Acknowledge and stuff.
And acknowledge.
Yeah.
And then so so guys, I got some to roast Orion now, finally. So this our last episodes. Last few episodes.
Really, come on. Why is this guy? You guys see
episodes.
How excited and curious to put me on blast.
Listen, guys, I've been going through 22 episodes of getting roasted and nothing back.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, fair enough.
So
today's your day.
So our last, I don't know if you guys will notice, but our last episode with Kate, there's 2 parts. So the second part, we had some little technical difficulties, but
mostly my fault.
I'm gonna let Ori take the floor from here.
Okay, so first one being Kate. So it was an amazing episode. It was amazing having her on the show, and she was a great guest. And I had a technical difficulty, unfortunately. So anyone that does videos and photos and stuff, advice: always back up your stuff. Back up on hardware, and also do Google the cloud. Back up on the cloud. So it took me like 2 experiences to actually realize that, I got to start backing up on Google or Dropbox. But I'm grateful for the experience still. So I lost a couple of Kate videos. I do have a little bit of clip from it, but majority of the clip, unfortunately, from part 2 was lost. And the other amazing guest we had, I'm not going to say his name because it's going to be a secret. Unfortunately, the beginning of the clip, like a couple clip from actually the beginning of the podcast was also lost. And I said,
that's the episode after
Kate. After Kate. So I'm not gonna
say
one. Yes, I'm not gonna say his name because it's a guess. It has to be a secret. But just the first part of that episode was lost, unfortunately. Once again, be my fault. I had a corrupted SD card, unfortunately. But like I said, anyone that is doing any photos or video stuff, back up. Do physical backup and also do like cloud or internet backup just to be safe. But so Aquille was excited that this time around he can throw me under the bus.
But at the end of the day, no matter what, whether it was Ori's or my fault, we're still a team. So it was actually our fault as the Grind Theory Podcast.
Pulled a 360.
So you know what? It was our fault. We could have thought about that better. Yeah. But it's part of learning and growth, right? That's a big thing about the podcast is like learning from past experiences, getting 1% better. Yeah. So in spite of the mistakes that we made,
Yeah, we didn't throw it out.
We didn't throw it out the window.
Because we could have been like, you know what, just cut it down to that scene that
exactly.
The clip. So
play that little clip, and then that did it, right? And you guys probably wouldn't have known. But we want it to be, the one big thing about this podcast is we want to be authentic, you know? So
yes,
we want it to be authentic and really bring the real and the raw to you guys. So tell you guys, because we can't be talking about other people's failures and successes and we don't talk about ours.
That's true.
It doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
So talking about ours and kind of how we can learn and improve from there, you know?
True.
So Ori, man, new year, right?
Yes, sir.
What kind of goals we got for the new year, man?
So we're going podcast, or we're going individual. Which one?
I want a little bit of, first I'm going to ask for individual, you know?
Okay. Podcast to be, individual. Because I'm too excited for the podcast. So individual, honestly, I'll just start with one, like pushing my business more. So I do run a production company, so I shoot photos and videos. I'm going to be doing more like commercial editorial work. And yeah, more into that space when it comes to my photo, a video, do a little bit more documentary style videos. I do have one of Aquille and also Kutsunai. I have a couple videos coming out soon on that. And then also doing some product videos. And then I think the big one I'm really actually doing is also after a couple getting some inspiration from Aquille and just meeting a couple creative and also looking back on what I've struggled with the most when it comes to me being a content creator, and at least in Edmonton, is I noticed there's not really any spot where people can actually network and like, or a platform where creatives can come on and talk about the crazy, like how the creative is, how being a creative is, and like how you get inspired, like pretty much being a creative overall. So I'd say it's like, you know what, I'm gonna start a podcast. So the Grand Theory podcast is still always gonna be home, but I'm also gonna be starting a podcast separately from this. It's gonna be called The Creative Genius.
Jeez, woo.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't even know that one.
Name. Sorry,
I didn't even know the name.
It was gonna be called The Mind of a Creative Genius. But the first guest I had on the platform, when I told him the name, he literally laughed. Because it was like it was too long. It was not like a short, but like after a while I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Looked up on YouTube. There's no one using that name. So it's like, you know what?
That's a tough name.
It's like The Creative Genius. Because like I want to have because like I want to have like people in the different industries, in the creative industry at least, for photographers, videographers, fashion designers, makeup artists, like set designers, like people that are doing creative stuff, like visually, have them on there and just talk about like what they do, how they actually get to like develop that creative perspective. So yeah, that's about
tough.
that.
That's tough. Yo, stay tuned. Stay tuned for that, y'all. Stay tuned for that. That's big. I like that.
So what about you? What's the big goal for like at least you, Aquille?
Me individually. Big thing I would say for me this year is just get 1% better, you know?
I like this guy.
I want to improve. I want to improve in all categories of my life. I don't want, like, there's no like set thing to say physical or mentally, emotional.
Yeah, or you're not trying to be like putting like 500 pounds deadlift. Come on.
No. I want to improve it and everything, because what I realize is that sometimes I'm trying to do all these things and I'm still not making any headway, right? So it's instead of like trying to push to do this huge jump, I just want to really just get 1% better. But the one thing that I really want to put a lot of emphasis into is God, right? Like it's like my spiritual aspect of things is because I think that, like, you know, we bring it up every time on the podcast, first thing, right? Yeah. But I think that like God is really important. Yeah. And especially in when I got injured, that was when I was like, yo, I could have died. And like, you had a reality check. I had a reality check. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make sure that I'm on top of this thing. Yeah. But then as time, went by and things started getting good again, you start kind of forgetting about it, right? Yeah. And I noticed that. And I don't really like that. So I want to make sure that I'm right with God, because that helps me with everything else. My spirit, my physical, my business, everything else, it stems from that. So I want to get that in check and really make sure that I'm putting God first in everything that I do. Yeah. So that's something that I really want to focus on this year. And it's easy to say it and not do it, but I really want to try and do more. Like Gibson and them, the Tad Bros, talk and do.
Yeah, talk and do.
Talk and do. So I want to
Talk
talk.
is cheap.
Yeah, talk is cheap. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk and do.
It. Yeah, doing it is the big one. And I mean, like, to even add to what you said about the reality check. I mean, like, bro, just 1 month alone, we had like a.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about it, but like, we had like a major reality check. Like,
Yeah.
we'll talk about one, but we could probably talk about the car one that you had.
Yeah. So I actually, a lot happened in the last couple of months. Actually, I got into a car accident. I actually wasn't involved. Like, my car got into the accident. I wasn't in the car. I was that day when it was like freezing rain.
Yeah,
freezing rain. I was driving to work. I was like, man, this car is sliding like this. I'm like, yo, I didn't think like. I was scared, man. I was driving to work and I seen a car just do a 360.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. Drove by, whatever. Went to work. 5 minutes away from work. As I'm taking the turn, I slid off into my car, lost control.
Yeah.
Slid into the intersection, into the snowbank.
Yeah.
And I was stuck, and I couldn't get out of the snowbank because there was so much snow built up under my car. And I kind of went to try and, clean it out and stuff. And I almost got hit by one of my other coworkers, but that's okay. I didn't. But I went to work quickly to go get some gravel and shovels to dig out my car. And then when I came back, somebody had hit my car. So they hit the whole driver's side, the back tail light, the rear driver's door, the front driver's door, the front, like everything, right? Scary. And so luckily, thankfully, that I wasn't in the car or anything like that. No one was damaged. They were safe. I was safe.
Yeah.
And but from that, then eventually, like a couple weeks after that, my brakes like went. So I was driving to work one day, and I was driving, and I like stepped on the brakes, and it went like all the way down. And I was like, okay, well, my brakes are already, my brakes are already down to the ground.
Yeah.
So they're already down all the way to the ground. Anyways, but this time was different. Like, it was too easy, and I couldn't stop. Early in the morning, I was driving to work. I was driving to the gym first, actually. And I almost hit a car, and I had to like go and do the U-turn just to slow down. But so I called in that day, and I decided, well, I'm not gonna go to work. But then the following day, I talked to one of my cousins who's a mechanic and stuff, and I asked him some things to look for, and I checked those things, and they were okay. So I was like, okay, you know what? I noticed that when I left my car running, that my brakes would work.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll leave my car running. It should be fine.
Fine, yeah.
And it was fine to start. But then I got to that intersection, and just thankfully I braked from like way before.
Yeah.
But I braked, and it just went, and I just kept going. And I knew I couldn't stop. I put it into neutral. I was trying to slow it down. I tried to like nothing. And so the light was red. Right? The light was green. So there's we're at the intersection, right by Rogers intersection, right by the stadium there.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's an ETS bus right here going this way.
Yeah.
And I was going this way. So like I was going like this way. And the bus is going this way.
Yeah.
So my light was green, but as I'm pulling up now, my light turns red and their light turns green, but I can't stop.
Yeah.
So I'm sliding into the intersection, and I was like, oh man, and the bus is going. So I just turned the vehicle to go the same direction as the bus.
Yeah.
And I eventually slowed down enough, but the bus kind of just passed me like this. So that was really scary because if I didn't do that, gone.
Yeah.
Right?
But like, even just to add to the kill is like, it was, I won't talk about it, but like, was the biggest lesson I really learned is like, yo, life is short.
Yeah.
Like, you really gotta like live a good life, treat people well.
Yeah.
And like, whatever you have in mind, you set to do, you better go after it, because like, you don't know. And also the biggest thing is to like, you can like, I think this is one thing I started telling myself recently, actually, when I'm like, I'm tired, I'm stressed, whatever. I'm like, if I lose all my money, I can work and I can get it back. If I lose my leg, regardless, I can find a way to still live life.
Yeah.
If I break an arm, I can still find ways to live life. But there's one thing that if you lose, you can never get back. It's time.
Yeah.
Once your time is gone, like it's gone. You can do jazz, you can do whatever. You ain't coming back. So I think that's that. To mind, like that's one of my like same with you, because like it kind of slipped. I should have actually said it. Is getting close to God.
Yeah.
And like actually living life, because like living life. When we say living life, no one's saying like yo, drunk, not that kind of life. Like stuff that you really want to do and passionate about.
Pursue that.
Go after it, because like you never know when your light is gone. So
yeah, because you don't want to have regrets, right? Like that's like the biggest thing is like having regrets on your deathbed. But
Yeah.
who knows if you don't even make it there?
To that bed.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even make it to the
Yeah.
deathbed, and you could have like you don't know how much time you have. So even that's something that I even have to try and make sure I take advantage of too, because that's something that I realized with the injury.
Yeah.
But like as time goes on and you get better, you get comfortable again, right? Like, oh, yo, everything is fine.
Fine, yeah.
But I remember when I was there, bro, like
you were
scared. I was, you know, so that's something big that for the next year, for this new year, that we really want to try and implement, right? Application, like we said, 2022 application, right? Applying what we talk about, what we know.
Yes, sir. So moving forward is like talking about like, so we've talked about like the goals individually.
Yeah.
So now from your end, I mean, we can talk about it together as a group anyways.
Yeah.
So what goals? Let's let the people know what goals we have, at least for the podcast.
Okay. So first of all, before we even jump into that, for those of you who are just watching for the very first time right now,
thank you for catching me that.
Let us tell you what the podcast is about in the first place.
And to add to that too, is do a proper introduction, because they might not know me, they might not know you.
Okay,
actually, so this is the bald man.
The bald they actually, I'm not bald. Don't let them fool you.
Take it off.
I got mad hair. Okay, it's just that right now it's cold. It's cold in here. The window is open.
I'm not wearing.
Listen, some of us are built different, right? You know, some of us are built different.
My guy, come on, take it off, bro.
See, no, this is the thing. I'm not bald, right? But the dynamic that we have is I'm the hat guy, and he's the guy that goes with no hat.
You know what? I'm not even gonna talk. I had the video. So if you guys can look, I'm gonna try and make it perfect. Please edit and process, make it easy. If you guys look right here, right in between me and Aquille. I will zoom it in for you. Yeah. Thank you once again, Mage Band season.
Yo,
I love you guys for that video, man. 100%.
We're gonna interview you guys soon, but man, damn, you guys did me dirty, man. But so I am Aquille Ambrose. I am the host of the Grand Theory podcast.
Yes, sir.
And this is my main man over here on the side of me right now, Ori.
Oh yeah, Ori. Yeah, that wasn't my last name because they can butcher it.
Ori Luan! Sorry. Ori?
Yes, sir. Deep Bear. There we go. Deep Bear. There we go.
Deep Bear.
You can just call me Ori.
And man of many talents.
Nah, me, you're man. So what you saying, bro? Dog. You're a man of many talents too.
No, man, I'm just.
What you mean, bro?
Just
You want me to expose you?
No, so for you guys who are watching for the first time,
yes, sir.
Aquille Ambrose, your host, Ori DP, your co-host.
Yes, sir.
We are the host and the co-host of the Grind Theory podcast.
Yes, sir.
And the Grind Theory podcast is a podcast that dives into the people that we interview's unique struggles and obstacles that they have faced in their life.
Yes, sir.
How they have overcome those struggles and obstacles that they have faced,
yes, sir.
And what they have learned from them in hopes to inspire and motivate people like you and ourselves here on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
And this inspiration kind of came from, I had an injury. If you guys go back and watch in the very first episode 1, you can hear kind of a little bit about my injury.
You're going to have you can click it on the I button.
And you can click it up. You can click it up here too.
Yeah.
But I had an injury, and from that injury, I almost lost my life. And from that injury, the thing that really helped me the most was listening to stories of people who had gone through their own difficulties and their own struggles and how they had come back themselves. And that really helped push me to come back for myself.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to do a podcast that was centered around people and their failures and their struggles and their obstacles, but not only that, but how they overcame them. Because a lot of times we just see the success, but you don't see the failures and the obstacles. And that's where you learn the biggest lessons.
True.
So that's really what the podcast is about. And I guess the things that we really want to focus in on or zero in on our podcast are, let me see, like what's one of the things?
One is we're going to be talking more a little bit about resilience. So a lot of people, like when you get challenges or like you get through different struggles, you usually just give up. Like I actually used to be that kind of person, but I think when I started fitness really changed my perspective on stuff, especially when like you want to try and squat 315 pounds or everyone go simple 90 pounds. You're like, oh shit, this is a lot of heavy weights. But like after starting fitness, it really changed my mindset that if I can push my body through go through stuff, I can definitely like apply that same mindset and be
Resilient.
resilient to anything I want to do. So one thing I think I think we both want to really talk about more, especially with the guests we have, is like identify like the different struggles that they've had and how they actually like go through. Because sometimes in life, like people go through like the hardest stuff, and even though it's easier said than done, like you really have to push through. Because like in life is not easy.
Exactly.
So you got to be resilient in life, and I think that's really one thing we really want to push to our viewers. So
and that was beautiful. Yeah, because the thing about, just to add to that, right, is the resiliency. Like in life, like realistically in life, like Ori said, life is not easy. Life got ups and downs. It's very unpredictable.
Yep.
And if you're not resilient, just like how Kate was saying in the last episode, that's literally called the resilient woman.
Okay.
Like if you're not resilient in whatever craft you're in, whether you're in sports, you're in music, you're in the entertainment industry, like whatever industry you are, or just in life in general, if you're not resilient, it's going to be very hard for you to keep going forward.
Yep.
Right? You have to be able to bounce back from adversity because it's going to inevitably happen.
Yeah.
Right? And so what we really want to talk about is we really want to dive into one of our things that we really want to focus in on the podcast is the resiliency, like you were saying, of those people that have gone through those different struggles, so that we can really hopefully inspire and motivate somebody else who's going through a similar struggle, right? They can kind of hear that and see like, oh, this person overcame that. Okay, maybe I can overcome what I'm going through.
True.
Another thing that we want to talk about, that we want to bring is authenticity. Whew. I said that I didn't think I was going to say that right. Whew. I did not say I think I was going to say that right. Authenticity. Whew, 2 times in a row. Let's go.
Let's go.
So authenticity, right? Why and how we want to be authentic is through our stories. We want to share the authentic story of myself, of Ori, of Kate, of whoever, of all the guests, the future guests that we're gonna have, the future guests or the previous guests that we've had.
Yeah,
because no one's story is the same.
Nope.
No, like me and Ori can be the same size, same build, same whatever, but our story's not the same. We're from different places. We have different backgrounds. We think differently.
Yeah.
So we want to share our guests' authentic story, and we want to be authentic on the podcast. You see how we're coming to you. We want to come to you with the raw, the real. There's no script or anything like that. We're just doing it very authentically with how, we want to bring authenticity and rawness to you guys, because it doesn't make sense. We're not gonna help you by making up a story.
Yeah,
that doesn't help you, right?
True.
So we really want to be authentic in the way we present things and the way the stories that we share for the listeners.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. So the other goal I think we really want to work on is personal development and
education.
Get a little bit more inside the education side of stuff. So I'll break it down a little bit more. It might be having guests that are in the financial space, giving better tips on how to personally develop yourself financially. Either it can be through budgeting, investing. I believe one of the episodes we had Lorenzo. We never really dove deep into it, but like he spoke a little bit about investing. Same with one of the guests we had, Sean. He came in and gave a little bit of tip about fitness and stuff and how you can bounce through that, like especially when it was doing, I believe, the bodybuilding, like when it was bulking, leaning. So when it comes to fitness, talk a little bit about that. And I also believe P too, PSL, when we had him give and CX to the world. I'm not gonna forget about you. We had them on the show and they talked about like the music. Sorry,
time management.
One more person also. Ian. I hope I said that right. Oh, shit.
Who?
Runs what's his name of the studio?
Alan,
there we go. My bad. Apologies. And so we talked about like music and like how you can get into that. So that's when it comes to the education aspect. And me, honestly, between me and Aquille too. Aquille is very big on the fitness space. I'm also being inside the creative space. So teach a little bit, get more into that and talk about like how you can improve those space.
Yeah.
And personal development, like I said, improving like every aspect of your life. If you notice, we talk a lot about spirituality, like how you can get closer to God by like showing through me and him, me and Aquille, like getting closer to God. It can be mentally, how you can push yourself. Like when we have the guest talking about the struggle, it can be physically, like you're hitting the gym, like eating right. So yeah, really want to push inside the personal development and like education, like actually teaching people valuable stuff in your life. So yeah.
No, I love that. I love that. Just because every time we have a guest on the podcast, we actually learn. Trust me, 100%. We're learning something for 100%. Sure, right? And we're applying to our lives, right? So we want to make sure we have, it's not just us that is learning it, but also you guys. We're giving you some kind of value in that we can bring something personal development, something that the person learned from their own experience of going through their struggle and their obstacle, that we can bring value to you guys. Another thing, well, we just touched on it, is failures, success, and struggles. We really want to make sure we dive into those things. Like, we really want to dive in deep to the failures that people have faced and the obstacles that they face. But not only those, but also their successes from going through those struggles and those obstacles. So, because in life, I think that the place that you grow the most is from your failures and your struggles. Like, if I did everything right, if I went to a test and I got 100%, what am I going to improve? What am I going to improve on? There's no space for me to improve. But if I went to the test and I got 60, there's a lot I can improve on, right? I can learn from that. I can maybe get 70, I can get 80, get 90, 100, right? So we really, really want to dive into those failures, struggles and obstacles that our guests have faced. Like, really make sure we're diving into those, and then also share their successes. So that's something big. And then kind of something else that kind of rounds it all in is mindset. Mindset is super, super, super important to the podcast, because I think everything starts in the mind.
And
I think Ori would agree.
That's what I was going to say. Like, the number one thing I think we really want to push is the mindset, because, like, as anyone in the self-development space always says this, which is, if you really want to change anything about you, the first place you got to start with is this. Like, what you tell yourself, what you believe about yourself is what's going to happen.
100%.
If you constantly tell yourself you're not good, you're not going to be good. So like, your mindset is really key, because like, your mindset controls how you move. Your mindset controls how many opportunities you go after. Like, I was speaking to a friend of mine a couple days ago, and it was like, the moment he changed his mindset about himself, because it was very introvert, like, he kept himself, so he was always telling himself, this person's not going to like me, why would I want to have a conversation? But as soon as he forced himself to think differently, everything started changing for him. So like, your mindset is really key. So, but yeah.
No, that's absolutely right, because that's something that I noticed in the hospital. In the hospital, when I was there, trying to make sure that I don't die. Mindset was huge, and that's like, it was very, very huge. When I had that experience with the guy, I won't go quite all the way into details because it's in the first episode. You guys can go back and watch that. Or right there. But in that first episode, I talk about a guy that I met, and he really made a big impact on me because of how he was in a crazy situation, like way worse than me, actually. And his mindset towards the situation really influenced me to have my mindset towards my situation. And mindset is so key, because as soon as you are whatever you think you are.
Facts.
Whatever you think you are. If you think you're a bum, you're probably a bum. It just, because you're thinking that in your head. You can't outrun your thoughts, man. Like, they're with you 24/7, right? So whatever you think really becomes, who you are in your reality. Your perception is your reality. So we really want to really emphasize the mindset, because if we can change your mindset, I think everything else will follow after that. And it's really cool to see the mindset that people had when they were going through the struggle, because it's not just, it's like, a lot of us are thinking the same thoughts. We think it's just us at the time, like, oh, only me is going through this, or only me I'm struggling through this. Sure. But a lot of the times it's very like, it's common. Right. So to see the mindset of people that are going through struggles, and then how they were able to switch or flip that mindset, and how, or if it did flip, to get them through that obstacle, So those are some things that we really want to zero in and focus in on with our guests for this year. I think we did it a little bit last year, but it wasn't as deep. So we really want to, from learning from what we've learned, and like I said, always getting 1% better. Always. We've kind of been learning, okay, we want to dive more into those things. Those are the things that we want to focus on, and the value that we really want to bring to you guys. Also, whatever, I guess, topics or people that you want to see us interview, you should let us know. You can let us know in the comments. You can DM us at the Grind Theory Podcast. on Instagram.
Oh, you cast? Are you thinking? Oh, the cast, like AST or
yeah, cast. Yeah, no.
Cast?
This one is cast. Only the email is asked.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Only the email is asked. But the Grand Theory podcast is on Instagram. You guys can go check that out.
Oh my gosh.
But
yeah.
we're laughing because see, the Grand Theory podcast, that's what it's supposed to be called, but the email, it wasn't available, so I had to cut off the C and just, the Grand Theory podcast.
Yeah, podcast, yeah.
Imagine, but
it is what it is. It's still a funny email, in my opinion.
It is.
That's what's up.
But no, and also for the new year, we plan to interview a lot of really cool guests, and not just in one industry, but in multiple industries, because we really want to expand and show the obstacles and the failures, the things that people will learn from, not just whether it be TV or music or sports, fitness, but in many different categories and different industries.
Yeah, it can be nursing, teaching. It can be doctors. It can be students even, actually. It can be business owners, entrepreneurs. It can be creative artists. It's broad. So it's gonna be. I think we're gonna really multiply, because we know the audience is different spectrum. Because at least anyone we've had on here, at least I'm positive or hopefully positive that you've learned at least one or two stuff that you can apply into your life. So
no, that's something that we really want to do, and I think that it's just all about constant improvement. We really preach 1% better every single day. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
And I mean, realistically, if you really sit down and look at it, bro, we have improved, especially with the podcast quality. I might find out. I probably will do some deep digging. The first, I'm hurt that I couldn't find the first video we actually shot was literally in the living room. We're living in my shop. We had this
wires everywhere,
and just recorded it. It looks like a Bob Marley music video. Realistically, so it was just stuff everywhere, but it is what it is. And then after that, every episode, especially this year, is one thing I really told him is yo, I really want to up the production the production quality. Yeah. And I don't know if maybe you guys can see between this and the previous episode. I personally can see it, but it's just my own eyes. But up the production company quality, because I think when you do quality stuff, you get people to actually be interested. And minus quality visually, but also the content. What we talk about is really key. So I think that's one thing we really want to push, and also consistency too.
Yeah, consistency, very big. Just like Ori said, love with the production thing. We want to definitely improve the quality of the production. Yeah, and I know it's something that he's gonna really that's his thing. So I know he's gonna do well in that. Even sets, we want to have different sets, right?
Hopefully, before the end of the year, we have a different kind of setup, and then I don't know what you guys think about it. Let us know in the comment what you think. If you really like the space, what do you think? Yeah. Fingers crossed. I know that's gonna be a secret. It's gonna be an episode where they just see me and Q on a different side, and then there's no guest, and then boom, switches to the guest. But we'll see how it goes though. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna a lot of improvement, and I want you guys to witness us. So you go hold us accountable, because we said this at the beginning of the year. Yep. So as we go throughout the year, I want you to see see where we're improving and where we're making progress, right? So we can look back on God's Spirit of Life to see the next year, but we can look back next year and be whoa, look at the progress that we've made from that time, right? That's something that's really big that we want to do. Even in the audio, the audio side. Probably more on my side that I want to really make sure that I focus on and improve. Yeah, better. And make the audio better for you guys. If you guys haven't noticed, there's a new intro. Yeah. For the audio as well. Yeah. So you guys can give us feedback on that. So if you like it, if you whatever. Yeah. Give us some feedback on that.
Let us know the sound, pretty much yo, you feel free to go in the comment and roast us. Not me actually, roast a kill.
Roast this guy. You see, we started a trend. Yo, this is a new trend for 2020. It's roast Ori season.
Listen, see.
Roast Ori season.
I always bounce back, bro.
I like you know what? I can't even hate you for that. I can't even hate you for that.
I got you.
I can't even hate you for that.
You didn't expect it.
I didn't expect that. Remember, I can't even hate you for that.
The bald man.
No. I'm the hat man. Don't get it twisted, guys. Don't get it twisted.
Take it off.
Listen, I told you it's a dynamic. I can't mess the dynamic now. What about the new viewers?
I mean, bro, you gotta let them know the truth, man. You know what? I'm actually even kind of hurt that we actually didn't record an episode when you shaved this off.
Don't worry. I'll shave it off again. I'm not even worried. I will, because I want it to grow thick.
grow thick.
Because when it grows back, I ain't cutting it no more. I'm really like Rick Ross up in here.
Let it. Come on now. Come on, it's a New Year, man. Give the fans some New Year gift. Come on. New Year gift. Come on. Ooh, 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 ooh,
wait, let me just do a little check. You know what? I don't think so today, guys. I'm the hat guy. That's what it is, guys. I am the hat guy. But I promise you, when I get a fresh cut, I'll be the bald guy.
See, so he only shows his hair when he has a cut.
Hey, you gotta work with what you're given, bro. I used to be blessed with hair,
yeah,
and it got taken from me.
Yeah.
it got snatched from me. So I gotta work with what I got. I got hats now. Yeah, that's my thing.
A bunch of beanies.
Yes, sir. Also, Island Grind, y'all. I want to make sure that I push that actually this year too.
That's what I was gonna say too. I was gonna talk about that merch.
Because
I know I saw a couple comments from the previous videos we've had where people were like, when are you dropping the merch?
Yeah.
So hopefully sometime this year.
Sometime this year, I will have so much.
My guy got some good hoodies, joggers, beanies.
Yeah.
Especially now winter. Now would be the best time to actually drop it though, because it's freaking cold.
That's very true.
It is freezing.
True. It is very true.
Holy, who knows what's gonna happen by? Because usually February is always the cold season, and right now December, December we're having a -50, -45, -50.
Trust me.
So right now I think it's a -23. So we're living in some ice, some freezer, man.
Out here working outside, man.
Yeah, man.
Get your remote job, man.
Yes, sir. That's the way.
I'm out here getting frostbite for people.
It's the way, my people. It is what it is. It's the grind.
It's the grind. But I'm also, we're going to be, make sure you guys go and check Ori's Creative Genius when he drops that. We'll keep that updates on that.
Yes, sir.
Also, make sure that you guys go check out his DP photos.
Yes, sir.
And you're doing film as well,
yeah,
right?
Man, I'm branching fully into the...
He's branching all out into that.
I mean, I honestly, at this point, there is one more industry I'm going into. I think I won't talk about it on the podcast now. But it's gonna be a full on because I've always had an interest in it, especially with photos, and now having more interest in video, it's just diving into that space because it's amazing, it's fun.
Yeah,
I can do that for hours. It's just fun experimenting. That's one thing I like about the creative industry is you can experiment.
Yeah,
it's not like a job where you can't really do much per se because you have to follow a structure. But when you're doing creative work, you can choose light up how you want to light up. I'll use a makeup artist. She can do what she wants to do to the face, how she sees best. Unless it's a paid client, that's different. But when you're doing creative work, you can experiment how you want to. That's one thing that a regular a job doesn't really let you do.
Give you the ability to do.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. And like I said, I'm also gonna be doing some things on Island Grind, even on Instagram. Some things that are coming up.
You can let them know the Monday one.
Mash up the mindset Mondays.
Sorry, guys, for the audio.
That's gonna be coming in, and basically what that is just. Maybe I'll just explain it.
Just give them a little bit of intro. Just give them a little bit insight. Don't go too deep into it. Just give them what it's gonna be about.
So basically, what it's gonna be about, it's gonna be all centered around a mindset, right? It's mindset, and how you start your Mondays, how you give you the tone for the week.
Simple.
That's all I'll give you guys. But stay tuned. I will.
What page is it gonna be on?
It's gonna be on island.grind.
Yeah, it's gonna be right there.
Island.grind.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. It's gonna be right there.
I know what this guy's doing.
Right there.
Let's get
right
this
there.
Right
there.
I don't know what he's doing, man. I'm sorry, guys.
But is that what else we got, Ori?
I guess just a little bit. We can just do some reflection on the previous episodes.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Some reflection. I mean, honestly, I think one thing I'm really I would say proud about is that we stayed consistent.
Yes, we did.
We started by May, and even with different situations coming up, whatever it was. We didn't miss.
Not even 1 week.
We started I think from July. Yeah, June, July, and then till September, we're posting every Sunday.
Yeah, every week.
Yeah, it was every week. Every week we're posting. But then after we got some advice, some people that have more knowledge, we're you know what? Post every second week.
I think that made a little difference.
Yeah, it made a little difference. It
made it a little easier for us, man. Because that was a lot.
Yeah, because we're also running we're doing a full-time job and then trying to do this. And I mean, I think one thing I will say, we were talking about, hopefully we might be able to do is starting a clip channel.
Yeah.
Because not everyone can really sit down and watch a full 1 hour episode. But gems, the major part of the episode, we're gonna be putting 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes videos and have a clip channel. So hopefully it's out before this video comes out. If not,
Start
go
the
to
clips.
in the main page. Go to the channels. It's gonna be attached to it. The Grind Theory podcast clips.
All
I have a
right.
clip channel so where you can watch like, cause like 5 minutes, 10-minute video. If you really want to
Yeah.
watch the visuals, like just go on there and just watch it. If you listen to this on Spotify, go on YouTube, man. YouTube is the way.
Yeah.
On Spotify.
That's right.
But thank you for listening, though. I appreciate it. It means a lot. But yeah,
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. We're gonna put it in little clips. Just some reflections, I guess. Like, I know we did reflections halfway
already.
through.
Let me be biased a little bit. What was your favorite episode this year?
From the whole thing,
From the whole year, from the beginning, from when we started the podcast to now. Before he says this, just to add to this, every guest we've had on this show, we love you all. We love you all. I love you all. You guys are amazing individuals. I don't know why it's the code. It's already my words. You're thriving in your industry, like leading examples in this industry. So whatever our favorite is, doesn't matter. We love you all equally, but it was just that this was episode that I guess we could relate to more in a way. So what was your favorite episode? I have mine off my head. Like,
I think
maybe it might be the same as me. We'll see.
I think my favorite episode. Oh man,
You want me to go?
it's either LaShawn or maybe Bobby T.
And then why?
I really damn one, bro. Ooh, this guy's putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm gonna let Ori go first, cause I'm gonna let Ori go first.
I'll say Bobby T.
Yeah.
Like the reality of it is that conversation could have gone forever.
Yeah.
Like we had so much, like it was endless. And
how it started,
like
actually,
yeah. So like it was an amazing to me. I think that was that was one podcast I could really relate to.
Yeah.
Because like you went through the struggle that I was going through at the time.
Yeah.
And I could relate so much to it. And I got so many tips from him. And then just sitting down and talking to somebody that, I'm trying to be in that same position as him. Yeah. Especially when it comes to the creative stuff. I was like, this was the shit. Sorry for swearing on YouTube. But this was the stuff. Yeah. So, and then like, I'm like, and it was like realistically, I'm saying it again, we had 2 cameras die. Yeah. Mine and his. Like 2 different cameras dying.
And that's the only one. That's the only episode that we had part 3 for.
Yeah. So and I realistically, we could have gone
way
part
longer,
4, part 5.
Yeah.
Because like, and I finished up. We started like around like 8, 9. We went to like 12.
Yeah, I remember that.
Of recording. So like
how it worked the next day.
Like literally, like how like we got up that we're dead. But like that was an episode that I was like, I could relate to so much, especially like different stuff he's done. He's done gaming, he's now shooting videos, shooting his own YouTube channel, has his own podcast. I mean, like literally wasn't on November or September, October.
Interview
Gary V.
Yeah.
You guys should actually go check his channel. It's I believe just Bobby T.
Just Bobby T.
Yeah, like amazing interview with Gary V. Yeah. It's like that was personally like my favorite just because I could relate to it more. But if it comes to like the vibe and everything, LaShawn, 100%.
Yeah, I think man, it's a tough one for me to pin it down to just one. But I would say is the thing with Bobby T, that one stood out to me too, just because the way I personally started it, if Ori tell you, like I was nervous, like I was worried. I was worried because
I was like, bro, chill.
I didn't prepare for it like how I wanted to, so I was like, oh man, I wasn't happy, and it turned out to be the longest episode that we've ever had.
Yeah.
So for that thing, I really like that. But I think probably one of my favorites would be LaShawn, just because the end, like you could, like if you guys could see it in the video, imagine how it felt here. Yeah, like there was such an energy. Like we just like vibe, it's such a vibe. It was such a such a vibe. Like I got that move forever now.
Bro, that's a meme, man.
I got that move forever. It's in my repertoire. You know what I'm saying? I go to the club, I just be like.
I'll use that as a meme right now. I'll use that as a meme right now. When she sends you a message, where you're at?
Where you at? Yo, let's make this into an NFT, huh? I'm telling you, man, this is an NFT, yo.
I thought about that. Yo, if anyone does NFT,
hit us up, yo. Hit us up in the comments, yo. For real.
A DM. You can DM Dial & Grind Podcast.
Yo, hit Instagram.
Let us
do
know,
that.
Because
we're trying to get into that little space,
Yes, sir.
No, I think, LaShawn, I just love the energy that he came in with, and just like the way he was able to talk about things too, right? I really like that. There's a lot of really great episodes, honestly. Like,
we did a lot of good episodes.
I can't even pin it down to one. So please, other guests, do not.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We're not pigeonholing.
Yeah, that's what I said before we said. I was like, yo, we love you all.
Love it. All great episodes. Yeah. All really great episodes. Even like, I'm really happy about this. My sister, because not biased because she's my sister, but it's cool because she's my sister. I've never heard like some of the stories I actually never even heard until we interviewed her. Yeah. So it was cool to hear that perspective. And we didn't even dive as deep as we could have, right? Yeah. So that was like our first episode.
Yeah, one of our first episodes.
One of our first episodes. So along with P, right? So like there's like I think we've done a lot of growth, and eventually you probably have to go back and interview some of those people again because.
And I mean, like, realistically, like a lot of the people who had in this podcast, like yo. After we had them, like there's like a lot of growth, like a lot,
tons of growth.
I mean, like Kate recently just dropped
new books, like 9 books, like
it's ridiculous. Like there's a lot of stuff.
Bobby T doing things, LaShawn, Mella Freak,
doing a lot of stuff.
P's out here, yo, this guy became verified.
Yes, sir.
He's doing a show on, I want to say,
I believe, this January. No, I think that was January.
Is it January 16th?
Saskatoon or something like that.
I think it's. I don't want to say the exact date because I can't remember. I think, but I know it's the 16th.
Yeah,
pretty sure it's. I think in February or January.
Show, but I know he has a show coming
we'll find out and we'll probably put it up here too.
Yeah, and CX to the World.
CX to the World, dropping some new music this year. What do you say? Is it work? I can't remember, but we'll drop all of the, like everything. We'll put a little. I don't know if we can do all that, but
we can probably.
We can do that. We can. Yeah, I put a lot of pressure on my editor over here. You know,
it's so good.
So
it's all the grind. But yeah, like it's been amazing. Like honestly, like this past year, it was so good that bro, we met a lot of amazing individuals.
Yeah,
especially towards the ending when we met we'll give them a shout out. Yeah, the two. No, was it two? They're four or five people. So the five. There's a team. They're a team. There's 4 or 5 people, but the 2 main people. I believe. Shit.
Hey.
The Oxymoron. I'm trying to remember the name. Oxymoron podcast. Yeah.
Fahad
and
Yo, big shout out to the Oxymoron podcast.
Yes, sir.
With Fahad and Lero.
Yes, sir.
As well as their whole team, their whole production team. Yo, fire. We got a opportunity to meet those guys.
And bro, we talked.
We connected. It was dope.
But it was a long. We talked a lot of stuff.
It was very, very dope, man. So big shout out to them. Yo, go support their live event. I think on January 7th.
Yep.
January 7th. Go support the live. Go buy VIP. No regular tickets. Go buy V. With the I, with the P. Yeah. You understand?
And also anyone looking to start a podcast, they have an amazing space. Or whatever it is, they have an amazing space.
They have amazing space where they can they have their packages and stuff that you guys can go check out.
Yeah.
But they offer some editing and recording. Yo,
pretty much the full process.
Trust me, especially if you're new into the space.
Yeah.
Yo, they're saving your life right now. For real.
Legit.
They're saving your life.
Yeah,
so
they're legit.
Go and check their stuff out. They got dope graphics, dope quality.
Yes, sir.
Yo, and they're dope people. So
amazing individuals. I can't even lie.
Go hop on that, man. Hop on that.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to
my
you,
guys.
Oxymoron podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But what else?
So just so you guys know, so the follow-up, so this episode will be posted this Sunday.
Correct.
This Sunday. This episode will be posted this Sunday.
Yes, sir.
And then Kate's the
part 2,
the piece of Kate's.
Yeah,
it's gonna be posted the following Sunday.
Correct.
And then we're gonna take a break, guys. We're gonna take a little break, a week break.
Yeah.
And then we'll post our next episode.
Yeah, the special one. Remember, before you guys come after my neck, there's also a little bit of the technical difficulty in that episode. But after the next 2 guests,
smooth sailing from there.
Amazing content, amazing everything coming good.
So. And we're gonna have some really cool guests, guys. So make sure you stay tuned.
Yes, sir.
Really, really cool guests. It's gonna be exciting.
We can't let them know.
We're not gonna let you guys know,
but you
just gotta stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Subscribe, comment,
like.
You don't know your awful like.
Yes, sir. Don't worry. Maybe the next episode, like you might show.
Next episode. Listen.
No, after the next 2 episodes.
After the next 2 episodes,
hopefully Aquille shows his ball spot.
The very first episode of the new year.
No, the second.
This is the
first one. Yeah.
well, that one is. I don't consider it the new year episode.
This one's the first one because this is.
This is the first one. Okay,
second episode of 2022.
So second episode of 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in here, no hair on top, no hair on my face, nothing, clean shave.
Dreams. You can take this one out, but you can never go bald on this. Impossible. I bet $1,000 Aquille cannot
say
go bald.
whoa, yo, Put money. Yo, listen. Yo, are you sure you want to do that?
I'll give by the end of the year. I'll give by the end of the year. If you agree to that, listen.
Just to go ball for one time.
Yeah, I will pay you. I'll pay you $1 by the end of the year. $1 is too much. I'm not gonna give you that.
No, don't flip back.
$500. 500.
Okay.
By the end of the year.
Yo, you guys are a witness, huh?
It's on
Yo,
camera.
video witness, huh?
Camera,
don't
so
edit this out, huh?
Can't go anywhere.
Don't edit it out. I know you, but don't edit this out.
I'm serious.
Okay, good. Okay.
So, and even if I edit it out, it's on audio too.
So now you're saying, even if he edits it out.
No. I'm just saying like, there's no way for me to like technically escape because I already said it. It's already recorded.
Okay.
So I know you ain't going completely bald like skin. Nah, bro.
Bruh.
You go skin on this and you shave this off too? Skin on skin?
I think you just meant up here.
No, because you say you're gonna shave this off already. Like this, I'm
gonna shave this.
Yeah, this I'm not worried about because I know you can take it off. I've seen you do it. But like with this, bro,
I'm taking off everything, guys. At least one episode.
Okay.
Just know that the next episode we're not shooting for 2 weeks, so I can regrow that.
Okay.
With 2 to 3, 2 to 3.
Worry. I have my camera right now vlogging. I'll catch it. Trust me. We have iPhone and technology world.
This is very true.
Yeah, just record it. You know,
this is very true. He's gonna.
It's
okay. Call me the bounce back king.
Yes, sir.
BBK.
That's a good one. That's like your regular saying. The cream shall always rise.
The cream. Yo, I forgot about the cream, dog.
I don't know if you
see. You see. You guys see all this time, or it was like, yo, the cream is the cream.
Yeah.
But look who brought it up.
No, I just
who brought up the cream?
Oh no, I remember because I was shading you on it. That's all. Shading you on
cream.
it. So.
Not lotion, baby. Cream.
I mean, you need it right now with this cold.
I do need the lotion, though.
You be acting ashy, bro. Gosh.
But I don't use lotion. I use cream. Hey, y'all.
It was nice.
We got finally reunited. We it was a little while, but we are back.
Yes, sir.
We'll be better this year.
100%.
New things. Consistency is going to be key.
Yeah.
We're always going to say consistent.
Yes, sir.
And we're just going to continue to improve and get 1% better.
Always.
But it was a pleasure. Like always, make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. And we will see you guys
in the next one. Next Sunday.
Sunday. It's gonna be a Sunday.
It's gonna be a Sunday.
I don't know which one, but it's gonna be a Sunday.
Yes, sir.
So we will see you guys. For the new guys that are watching, stay tuned.
Yeah, it's gonna be
amazing
content. Yes, sir.
It's gonna be amazing.
And we're out.
We out. Boom.